Evening everybody, Rich here, back for part 3 of this RMS Mauretania tutorial, and today's focus will be the next few decks of the ship superstructure, some inside walls, the main deck, I think it's the promenade deck as well, and also the boat deck, also the front of the ship superstructure as well. So there's a bit to do. I haven't written it all down yet, so there'll probably be a jump cut in the middle, but what we're going to do first is to go down to the white line on the side of the ship. So we're going to work on the right hand side, so the right hand side of the ship, which is here. We've got this white line along the side here, which is basically 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and then we've got this one block here. So from this one block we're going to extend this single block, so we're going to build a line of 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like that. So it's basically another 14 blocks. And then we want to put one block out like that. So now we're creating the overhang of the superstructure. And from there we want to build a line of blocks 165 long. So that's the first block, which is this one here. And then you just want to build another 164 along. So I shall measure as I go. So I'll just build it freehand. And really it should go right to the end of the black line, which is here. So if it matches up, it should be fine. But if it don't, and I'll explain what to do next. But it should all line up fine when we get to the end, and I'll explain that. But it should be 165 in length in total. And we just get all the way along, and I measure a bit as I go. So that's 108. And then up to the end of the black line, which is there. So there's the end of the black line, and that is 165, so that's fine. And then I think what we'll do, I'll make it 166 like that. So make it one block extra like that. So it's 166 in total. So as long as it overhangs the black line below by one block like that, it should be fine. Or no, actually, make it 165. So what we're going to do, instead of making it 166, we'll make it 165, like I said, and then add 2 at the end like that. So add the 165 and then 2 at the end like that. Alright, apologies for all the confusion, but that's how it should be. 165 that line, and then 2 at the end like that. And then we're going to build inwards. We're going to build in 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, 2, and then 2 again, 1, 2. And then 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then a colour block to mark the centre like that. And there we go, that's one side done like that, and then you got the white overhangs the black like that. And that is one side done. I'm just going to read my notes and work out what to do, make sure I do this right. So I'll quickly do the other side, so this will be fairly quick. So I just do the same on the other side, and hopefully it will work out properly. So back to that first block over here. So on the left hand side now, so we've got this one block here, add the 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 like that, and then one block out, and then just build it 165 long. And it is 165, I will make sure it is 165. Forget everything else that I said, but it's 165. And are we at the end yet? Nearly. Right. Right, there we go. There's the end. So I measure that, and that is 165. It says at the end of the pink sentence. And then we add the 2, and then inwards 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3. 1, 2. Damn it. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 and 2, and then 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 like that. Up to the centre block, and that is how it should look, and that is that little job done. So what I'm going to do now is read my notes, and what we're going to do is to build the inside wall. So I've got some inside walls to build now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go down to that central block, which is down here, and we'll go from the black line. So from the black line, I'm just going to build a pillar down, so this gives me a bit of bearing. So it's from the centre line, build straight down, and this will be removed in a bit, but just using it as a guidance. And then what we're going to do is count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the wood, and then on the 5th block we start building. So we're going to build a wall from here which is 9 wide, so that's 4 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And I put a cutter block on the centre so we know that is the centre, and now we can get rid of that pillar there. So there's the wall of 9, and then I'm going to work on the right hand side. So what we're going to do is after that 9, we're going to want to build 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. So it's 5, 5, 5, and then along the deck we want to build 135. That's going forward towards the front. So I measure from that block, and it's a line of 135. So I measure it as I go. So it should all be fine when we get there, in theory. So how many is that? That's 80. And that is 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 5. So there's the 1, 3, 5 long like that. So it was 9, 5, 5, 5, and then 1, 3, 5 all the way along there. And then what we do is build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out like that. So there we go. That's the inside wall like that. And then what you want to do is increase that to 4 high. Or is it 3 high? I can't remember. 4 high. So increase it to 4 high. And then when we come to add the deck will sit on top of these walls. So that's that bit there, and then the rest of it would just increase to 4 high all the way down the length. Then across the back, and then I'll copy it to the other side, because remember it's symmetrical to both sides. So up to there, set quartz, down to there, and then same across the rows of 5. And then across the row of 9 along the back here, like so. And that is 1/2 done. I'll just do the copy paste to the other side. So I'll copy from there back down to the back end. Down to there. What we'll do, we'll just do copy, flip to the right or left, whichever, and then paste. And there we go, that's both sides done. So that is the inside walls done, and they only go as far as the end of the open promenade, so we don't need to go the full length of the ship. So you've got those inside walls there, and then like before with previous tutorials, you can add the doors and windows. My usual design is, you know, door or window, 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 and window. So sort of 4 or 5 windows. We'll do 5, and then a pair of doors, and then another 5 windows. This is my usual design. I know it's not accurate to the real ship, but this is just sort of my trademark fail, if you like. So there we go. So it's 5 windows, doors, 5 windows, doors, and do the same thing all the way along the length of the inside walls. I'll do that later on. Well, finish it off later on, and then it will look fine when it's done. So that's the inside walls done there. What we're going to do now is to I think add the deck. So what we're going to do is go to the back wall of the white line which we added. So this white line along here, we've got the centre line here, and the deck will sit in this groove between the white and the black here. So you got this sort of, the black is now a ledge, and you can just add the deck from there, and that goes all the way forward to the peak of the bow. So I'll add the first few gubbins of it. So you can see the first few bits there, and then the rest, when the walls are built, they will sit on top of these walls here. So these walls are now supporting the deck as we go. So what I shall do now, I shall use the fill tool, and like I said, the deck will go all the way to the tip of the bow, in theory. And I shall use the fill tool. Fill wood by 300. Excuse me, and this should take as long as it has to. Oh, there we go. So that's the deck added there, and as you can see, the deck is now all part of that. and also inside the overhang. So you've got the overhang there, and the deck sits on top of those inside walls quite nicely. So that is that little section done. I just fly down to the front end of the ship to make sure the deck is added up there, all the way up to the tip of the nose of the bow, and I think it's all, yep, that's all fine. So there we go, that's the bow all covered as well, and that's our little job there. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to have a read of my notes and then we'll work on something else, so bear with me a second. Right, so what we're going to do now is go to the outside edge, well basically the overhang of the white line. So go to the white line where it overhangs, which is here. So you see the first half of it anyway, so you got the overhang there. So the first 6 blocks, the forward 6 blocks of it, we're going to increase to 6 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 blocks will increase to 6 high. So that's 3 high, 4 high, 5 high, and then 6 high there. So that's the first 6 blocks of that overhang increased to 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's that side done there. I'll do the same the other side. Increase this to 6 high. So that's 4, 5, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the row 6 there. So there we go. That's the 2 areas done there. And then what we're going to do is go to the front of the white line on the outside now. So basically the first section of the white where it goes from the bow and to here, so we've got the first block there. And what we're going to do is build a curve, sort of curving upwards. So I'm just trying to work out how to do this. So on the first block, we're working on the left hand side here. So on the first block we want to put 1 block, and then what you want on the next block, you want 1 block plus a white slab. So if I can find a quartz slab, we want to put that on there. And then the next row you want up 2, and then a slab, and then after that we want straight up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So that is sort of the curve of the front of the superstructure. If I just fly over to the prototype model, you'll see what I'm trying to achieve here. Although some of it is covered by the bridge wing, but that's no biggie. So you can see here you got the first block, and then a block slab, 2 blocks slab, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ups like that. So that is that section there. The rest of this portion will be added in or later on. So that's our little jobby done. So we'll just fly back to our not prototype, but to our build. And then what we want to do is between this pillar here and those wall and that wall over there, will be increased it to 6 high. You just want to increase the white in this area all to 6 high. So all the white line between this front pillar and the 6 group over there, just increase to 6 high. All the way along. So I think I welded it, the rest of it. So from there into there, we use quartz. Same from here down to there. And then the same again. And then down to that point there, and there we go. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 high all the way along up to that section there. And it should look something like that. So that is that section done there. And there will be windows to add to it later on, or portholes if you like, but we'll worry about that later on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to do a copy paste to the other side. Remember it's symmetrical on both sides, so we'll go from top down to the bottom there, and we'll do our usual copy, and I'll fly to the other side, and hopefully this will go right. To do flip to the right, and then paste. And that didn't work right, so okay, try that again. So do undo, and then paste. That worked. Right, there we go. So there we go, that's both sides done, and that is the forward edge of that section of superstructure. So that is all nice and neatly done there. Right, so bear with me while I check my notes for the next job. Right, so what we're going to do now is to add another white line along the side. So it's basically from the back end of these sidewalls, increase the height of the overhang to 2 blocks high. So working on the right hand side, I'll go from this back pillar here and just build all the way along the side, increasing the height of the side to 2 blocks high. So it creates a wall basically for the deck, and then we'll add some pillars along them as well. So we'll just build all the way along the side, along the back and up the other side just to get it out of the way, and then we can move on to our next job. Oh, missed one. And another one. Oh, and we're nearly there, we're nearly there. What I'll do one side and then I think I'll just jump cut because it's going to take forever. But if you see what I mean, and I've just another one. Right. Right, there we go. So there's the side. You can see it's 2 blocks high. Then we just build around to the centre block. Like so, round to the centre, and there you go, there's one side done. And it should look something like that, 2 blocks high. And what I do a quick jump cut because I need to restart the game anyway. So I'll do the other side and then we'll move on to the next job. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. Now I've done both sides now, and I've also restarted the game, so it should be a bit smoother. So we've got both sides of the white section increased to 2 high. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to work on the left hand side. We're going to add some pillars down the full length down to the white walls down there. They're the same height and same distance apart as the pillars on the deck below. So when you add the first pillar on the end here, like so, it will be in line with the pillar below. And there should be 23 pillars down the full length. So hopefully that one will measure up. So that's 1 done already, and then we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 21, because now we're run out of pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gap between each pillar, remember. So that's 21, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 23. So I think that's 23 pillars, and the gap between the end pillar and the white wall should only be a 4 gap like that. So that is that job there. So that's all those pillars added. There should be 23, and that's that all done there. And what we're going to do now is just add a line of blocks. It's basically 2 blocks high, so it's similar to what's below. So a 2 block high wall from the end of these white sections here, all the way along the top of the pillars, all the way down to the other end. So I'll build the first line, and then we just add another line along the top, all the way down. And there we go, there's the end of the pillars there. So you got a line across the top of those pillars there, and then we just want to do the same thing again, another line on top all the way forward, making it 2 high, and it should all be fine after that. So I can get rid of that one. So this should be the height of the boat deck in theory when this is added, because I know the Mauretania wasn't a very big one, I'd say, in terms of size today. She wasn't a huge ship, so we're pretty much up to the boat deck. Yeah, but just build this line all the way along the length up to those white sections we built earlier, and oh, there we go, up to there, and there we go. That's that section now all the same height. So you got those front sections there, which we increased to 6 high, and now we've got those sections there on top of the pillars. So that is that bit done there. And what I need to do now is just copy this to the other side. So I shall use copy paste again. So copy from there down to the other end, and I'll just copy it to the other side and then worry about the next job. So So copy to there. I'll stand on the center block, which is here. I'll just use copy, flip to the right, and then paste. And there we go, that's both sides added. And it should look something like that. Kind of looks a bit weird, but it's all done. So what we're going to do now is, before we add anything else, we're going to go on the inside from this back wall. So at the back wall here, from the centre block, we're going to count on the wood, which is this block here. We're going to count forward. Once I read my notes and work out what I'm doing, I think I've missed a page. Oh yes, the inner walls. Right, so what we're going to do is leave a gap of 9 forward. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we start building on this block here, and we're going to build this wall 27 wide. So I'll make that red. So it's 27 wide. What's half of 27? It's 13 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that way. And then 13 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 27. I just measure that. So that it is 27 wide. And yep, that's fine. So that's 27 wide for that wall there. And then I'm going to work on the right hand side and build forward. So what we're going to do at the end of the 27, we want to build forward 50. How many is that? It's 53. So build 53. So that's the first block there, and I'll measure it as I go. So that's the first block. We'll make it 53 all the way along. How many is that? That's 52 and 53. So that's almost spot on. So that's 27 wide and then 53 forward. And at the end of that 53, you want to build out 2 and then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 back in like that. So you got this little bubble at the side like that. And at the end of that 8 or the 2, you want to build a row of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. So there you go. You got a little bubble at the side, and you got a row of 9. And at the end of the 9, you want to build 2 out again, and then 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 2 back in again, like that. And then a row of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. So it's 2 bubbles, and then a 7. And then we want another 2, and then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 back in like that. Like so, and then we want a line of 33. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So it's 33 like that. You got 3 bubbles and then a 33. And then after that 33, I changed the page on my notes because I've written it down on 2 pages. What we do then is build out 2, so it's another bubble. So we build out 2 and then 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 2 back in like that. And then the sides of 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there we go. And then what we want to do is build inwards 3, so 1, 2, 3 that way. And then along 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then out 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that way, there we go. And that is that wall done there. So you got 27 wide, 53 down, and then a bubble, a bubble, a bubble, and then 33, another bubble, and then whatever that one was, 6 into, no, it was 10 wasn't it? So it was 10 in 3, 6, 12 out like that. And that is that inside wall. And like before, just copy that to the other side, and then increase that all to 4 blocks high. So I shall do that. Oh, I'll do the first bit and then I'll do a jump cut, and it's quite time consuming, so I'll just increase this to 4 high, the first few bits anyway. And like on the deck below, these will be the supporting walls for the deck, which will go on top. So the deck, when it's added, will go in this part here. but I'll worry about that later on. So I'll just add the first few sections, increase to 4 high, and then I'll do a jump cut like I said. Pardon me. So there we go. That's the first few sections done. So it's increased to 4 high. I shall do the rest of it, and then we'll do the copy paste to the other side. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. Now I've increased the walls all to 4 blocks high, and it shows there. As you can see, all the bubbles and that are now 4 high. What I need to do now is just copy that to the other side, and then we can move on to our next little job, which I can't really work out what that is. So just go down to here, and we just do the usual copy, flip to the left or right, and then paste. And there we go, that's both sides done. So that is the inner walls done like that. So, and as before, you can start adding the doors and windows to those sections, and it will look fine when all done. So that's that little job done. So what we're going to do now is just head to the back end of the pillars and do a little job there, and then I've got to do another jump cut because I think the game's stuttering again. So what we're going to do now is from the back pillars of the white section, what we're just going to do is just trace the line below. So from the top we just go 2 back and then inwards, and basically just trace the line below. Do it properly without screwing it up. Up to the centre like that, and then do the same with the row below it. Basically just capping off the end of where the deck will go. So you can see that's one side done. You can see it's just creating the back end of the deck, if you like. So just do the same the other side. And there we go, that's the back end all capped off there, and I just add a centre block for a coloured centre block so I know it's the centre. And there we go, that is that little job done there. And I'm just going to read my notes and bear with me a second. And I think what we'll do is do a jump cut, I'll restart the game, and then we'll move on to the next job. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. Now I've restarted the server for the second time, and hopefully everything should be fine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the front end of the very front of the ship, and we're going to add the front wall of the superstructure. But before we do, we're going to go to the tip of the bow and to the first block of the wood, which is down here. So the first block of wood, which is this one here, we're going to count back to the 68th block. So it's a 68 block gap basically. So that's the first block there. I'm going to go all the way back to block number 68, which I think is 53, 65, 66, 67, 68. Yes, that's 68, and on the 69th block we start building. So there we go. So it's the 69th block back from the tip of the wood section you start building. So there we go. So it's a 68 block gap. So we build on the 69th. Right, so there we go. And so that's the centre block, and then what you want to do is build this wall 7 wide. So that's 3 either side, like so. And I'll work on the left. So from the left we want to build 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, and then 2, and then 2, and then back 2, and then back 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And there we go, that is the front curve like that, and I'll do the same the other side. So it was 4, 4, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3, and then 3, and then 2, 2, 2, and then 2 back, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And that is our curved front of the superstructure. And then for these walls, you just want to increase them to 4 blocks high. So make it 4 high, and there will be an overhang that goes on it, so that's why we don't increase it to the full height. So I'll increase it to 4 high. So that's one side done. You can see it's increased to 4 high. And I use World Edit now to copy it to the other side just to save a bit of time. Down to the centre there. I'll just use copy, flip to the right, and then paste. And there we go, that's both sides done. You can see the front wall is curved and now 4 blocks high. And then what we want to do is from the centre block, which is this one here, we're going to add 2 white blocks, so a white block and then another white block forward like that. And then get rid of that one because it's not needed. And then we're going to build a wall from this block here. We're going to build this wall 9 wide, so that's 4 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, it's creating an overhang, so it's 9 wide like that. And then the sides are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then the 3 rows of 2. So 2, 2, and 2 like that. And then we want to do back 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 again. 1, 2. Well, 2 basically to connect to the block there. So it was 3 and then 2 like that. And that is that section done there. And I do the same the other side. So we do the 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then back 3, 1, 2, 3, and then back 2, 1, 2 like that to connect like that. And there we go, that's the overhang created. And to make it a bit better looking, we'll get some slabs, the quartz slabs, and we'll put these slabs on the underside of the overhang like this, so it just makes the gap between the deck and the section above a little bit less. So we'll just add the slabs underneath. And there we go, that's the overhang created there, and that's that little job done there. And so when we come to add the deck, which we'll do in a moment, the deck will sit in this groove here, so that's where the deck will go. And to use to build the deck, you're going to go from this groove all the way to the back wall, where the basically all the way down here, across the top of all the inner walls here, all the way down to the back wall here. So the deck will sit along this line, pardon me, here. So that's where the boat deck will sit. And what I'll do now, I shall sit on top of the inside walls here and use the fill tool again. So fill wood by 300, and this should fill in the full deck in theory. There we go. So there's the deck added there, and it should all look something like that. So you got inside walls there, the deck sat on top of all the walls, and you've got plenty of room in here as well. And we'll just get out if we can. There we go. Right, and we'll just fly forward and make sure the deck is up to that curved wall at the front, and it should all be fine. And it is. So there we go, that is that section done there, and don't look too bad, do it? Right, so what we're going to do now is from the centre of the front wall, we're just going to add another wall, basically making it another block higher. So from the front wall, basically just build a wall all the way around the front curve. So only go as far as the front curve for the moment, like so, like that. And then for the next section on the side here, we add a wall there. And then for the next section, we just add the first 3 blocks like that, so the wall just goes as far as there, like so. So I'll do the same on the other side. So we'll go around the curve, like so, and then all the way up to the next section there, and then the first 3 blocks of that section there. So you can see you got the curve ends there, and then up to that first section, or the second section basically, with the block. So that is basically the front wall of the front superstructure. And you can add carpet to it as well if you want to, some brown carpet like I did with the prototype. You just fly over here, or I'll fly over here nonetheless. And so you see we've got the overhang here on the front and the underhang here, and put some brown carpet on the top to give it a bit more trim. And as you can see, the side goes up to the first 3 blocks there. Then after these 3 blocks here, we've got the first lifeboat davit, but that will be added much later on. So that is that little job there. And yeah, there will be more windows added as well. Windows will be added to this section as well. So it does look a bit bare at the moment, but that's not an issue for now. So we're definitely cracking on with the good old Mauretania, and not looking too bad. So that's that little section done there. The last section we're going to do today is on the tip of the bow. Just going to give the ship a bit more profile at the front, which I have done on the prototype, but not on this one so far. And what we're going to do is on the first, trying to work out how this is. So the first 7 blocks. So we go 1, 2, 2. Hang on. Should I work out how to do this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basically. So like that, just increase it to 2 blocks high. So the first row of 2, and then the row of 3, and then a row of 3, increase to 2 blocks high, or add another 2 blocks high, and then the next 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Make them just 1 block high, and that will give a little bit of profile to the bow. As you can see, sort of like that. I do the same the other side. So we've got the centre done there. So we just add 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 there. So that's that first section. And then the next 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like that. And that gives the bow a little bit more profile, as you can see. It's not perfect, it's not beautiful, but it's it looks a bit better anyway. And when the handrails and all the detail on the forecastle are done, it will stand out a lot more. So that is that little job there, and that pretty much covers it for today. So that is part 3 of the Mauretania done. We'll just fly over to the prototype here. You can see what I've done, or how I've done the forecastle detail, or the front bowsprit. I didn't add a central block there, but we'll worry about that. Some grey blocks will be added here as well. So there's some of the deck will be removed and replaced with grey, but that is not really an important job for now. But the forecastle details, that will be done at a later date as well. But I think the next job we'll do for part 4 is the boat deck superstructure and the bridge and bridge wings, and that is not a bad job to do either. So we're definitely getting on with this one anyway. So yeah, we are flying along with this tutorial. But anyway, that is it for part 3. So for part 4, like I said, would be the boat deck superstructure, bridge and bridge wings, and anything else I can think of. So that's pretty much it. So this is Rich signing off, logging off and disappearing, and I shall return in part 4. So bye for now.